Well, that weather soon turned. We went out all day yesterday. It was really sunny and nice and warm, so we took a bit of a walk. That bit of a walk turned out to be just over 5 miles, so we were feeling a bit worse for wear this morning. But once again, the wind's returned and it's brought rain with it. But it's doing the plants a lot of good. And what I've been looking at today is as tomato plants, because we put some money makers into very small pots, around about 10 litre, and that's a vining tomato that can grow 6 to 8 feet tall. But I'm trying to restrict it and hope we get some flowers and we just get a few tomatoes, because that way, if it does work, we can do that with any variety of tomato that we want to. I'll show you progress on that plant so far, and a couple of others as well. This is one of his tomato plants. This one's a gardener's delight. Again, a full-size tomato plant, but we've got it in quite a small container. So we've been going around taking off all these suckers, because we're going to restrict this plant's growth. We want it to grow 3 to 4 feet tall at most, which is half the size that it should grow. But we also want to keep taking these suckers off so it doesn't get too wide. And, as always, bottom leaves. These leaves at the bottom don't do anything. They'll not get flowers on them, so you'll get no tomatoes. And you're best to take those off, because at least then you're getting good airflow around the bottom of your plant. So I'm just once again going around these plants, removing these bottom leaves. So we've got some really good clearance. If you look just above these lower leaves, we've already got a truss on there, and it's got loads of flowers on it. As you can see right there, lots and lots of flowers. So we'll go above that once again. We'll remove that side shoot so this plant can't put out more and more branches, and then eventually 1 or 2 more branches up, it will send out another one just like this with more tomatoes on. So we'll just keep taking those off. So we've already got tomatoes on way, and we're keeping it as a nice compact plant, and that's how much we've just took off. If we don't keep doing that, these plants will just do whatever they want, and then they're not going to be very good for a container. Plus, by taking all those excess branches away, it's putting more energy into actually flowering and providing us with fruit, and that is what we're after. And then I've got these ones, and these are in containers, probably not even 10 litre. But these are the money makers. Once again, a vining tomato that should grow 6 or 8 feet. But we keep doing the same things with these plants. We're not bothered about these bottom leaves. They're not going to do anything. Once again, take them off. They're quite big ones that I've took off there, but they're not going to give us any fruit, so why not get rid? It's not even very tall, which is great, but it's got lots and lots of fresh growth on top. But once again, the best thing about it is we've got loads and loads of flowers. So once again, a very compact plant that's already going to provide us with tomatoes. And this is another one. Once again, same variety, money maker. If you look on this one, you'll see that at the bottom it's trying to put up new growth right from the very bottom, and that will grow bigger and get thicker and thicker, and we don't want that. And it's at the bottom, so once again they need to come off. I'll take that branch away, and I'll take that branch away, and then we've got some good clearance, while at the same time this one has just started to produce flowers. Very compact plant in a very small container, but it's trying. Just make sure you constantly look on these plants and take away any side shoots that you see. Then we've got this one, and you've not seen this one for quite a while. It's a dwarf variety, so basically, unlike the ones I've just shown you, you don't take the side shoots off. You want this to be a big bush. It'll flower pretty much all at the same time, and fruit and ripen at the same time, and then the plant's done. But you'll still get a lot of tomatoes off these. These are called sweet and neat. So a nice, compact little plant. Something like this, you could just grow on your kitchen windowsill. But one thing I didn't know is that when I originally planted this straight out of a pot, is that there was actually 2 separate plants in that pot, and I just didn't notice that. But when you consider that we've got 2 dwarf tomato plants in a very small area, which once again are all starting to get buds on, which means we're going to get tomatoes, that's pretty good. And that's the smallest container we're tomato planting that we've got at the moment. But a lot of varieties that we have are supposed to be full size ones. So it just goes to show, with a little bit of pruning, you can maintain these plants and you don't have to have them in huge containers and you'll still get something off them. And I think we've got 4 different varieties on at the moment. So hopefully we can get them to around 3 foot, and then I'll just pinch the tops off and slow that top growth down and then let the plant bush out a little, and we'll see just how many tomatoes we get off them, knowing that we've restricted a full-size plant's growth into a dwarf one. And once again, the tumbling toms, absolutely full of flowers, and we've already got a tomato growing on that one, and these will not be far behind either. But these, once again, are determinate plants, so all the little side shoots, you just leave those on to maximise the amount of harvest that you get from each plant. And the last one that we've got is this one inside this obelisk. This is a pretty good sized plant, and again we've been taking side shoots off because it's supposed to grow really tall, but this particular one I'm going to let grow right to the top of that obelisk, and then we can see how many tomatoes we get from each plant regardless of the height or container size that we've grown them in. So a bit more maintenance on this tomatoes. As it gets warmer, and especially as you get rain at the same time, these plants are going to really take off. And if you don't keep on topping it, before you know it, you're going to have plants that are completely out of control and putting maximum energy into foliage rather than fruit. And that's exactly what we're trying to avoid, especially when you're doing a container garden. Anyway, it's not going to stop raining today. Apparently it's going to get worse. So that's it for today, and hopefully tomorrow is going to bring a bit of sunshine. And thank you so much to us latest donators. I'm going to pop your names on at end of screen. Very generous of you to make those donations, and massively appreciated. If you want to see what we're doing through the rest of this week and into the weekend, when hopefully it's going to get a bit warmer, then please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you next time. Take care.